not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Rocky Balboa. And yes, it's totally true. I was sharing a text with my coaching group earlier today that I went on vacation last week and my intentions were to control my calories, stay active and not cause too much damage. I did good for a few days, but the reality is I ended up overeating a lot. We were on a ranch in Wyoming, which was remarkable, by the way. Recommend everybody get out to Wyoming. Some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen in my life. Yellowstone Park, Teton National Park. And they were cooking for us. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, healthy, whole food. But I ate lots of it, was in a calorie surplus, and got off track. But the key is we all get off track. We have things that, come into our life that knock us, down, so to speak, or we knock ourselves down like I did last week. But the key is how fast you get back up. That's what I've learned over the years. I'm super disciplined, but I'm not perfect. I do get off track, and I like to be transparent with my coaching group. I like to be transparent with you guys because I think there's enough people, especially on social media, fitness people, demonstrating that they have this perfect discipline. They eat perfect all the time, and it's just not true. There's maybe a tiny micro percentage. I know a lot of these guys, and they give the perception that they never ever eat junk food, and it's not true. They're just not telling you that, and I think that's a disservice because it makes you think that the standard is up here perfect, and when you can't live up to it, you feel like a loser. So I believe in excellence, not perfection. So I got off track, but I knew that I have my standard of how I want my body to look, body fat level I want to have, the health I want to have. So I got right back on it yesterday, and what I'm going to do, I was off track for 7 days. And so I'm gonna be on track, actually even more on track. I'm gonna get in a bigger calorie deficit than I normally would for about 2 weeks. And that'll probably undo the damage. And this is why so many of you are not getting the results you want, is you're doing what you need to do, you're in a calorie deficit, then you get off track, and then you either just throw all caution to the wind and you go back to your old ways, or you get back on track, but you're back on track is just enough to stay the same or make a little progress. The reality is you fall down, you have to make up for getting off track. So that's what I'm doing. Hope that this inspires you a little bit. Hope it maybe relates to you a little bit, that you don't have to be perfect. Even as a coach for the last 25 years, I mess up sometimes too, even when I have good intentions. But if you get knocked down, always get up. How fast can you get up when you get knocked down, or in this case, knock yourself down? I believe in you. Be awesome today. Have an awesome week. If you like this kind of content, inspiration, tips, especially if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, give me a like, give me a follow, share it to somebody it can help. See you soon.